Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Daniela, and I'm your host of the Doing It Sober podcast. And we have one of my favorite gals on the show today. She is a social media sensation in my eyes. I
Aw,
love following her life. She's so great. She's a 35-year-old woman originally from Atlanta, Georgia. She currently is living in Southern California and has partial custody of her 13-year-old son, which I know she loves very much. You're
right.
currently going through a divorce after 15 years. Your husband was an abusive alcoholic, and his entire family drinks. You've been drinking since you were 13 years old, and you never really gave it a second thought because you made good grades. You were a really good kid. You went to school, you kept a job, and your mom used to give you nightcappers when you were 17 and 18 because you were such good kids. To make a long story short, you were an avid drinker before marrying your husband. However, the military status sent the drinking out of control. Eventually, your husband was kicked out of the Marines, and then you guys moved to California. And after many years of drinking, it started taking a toll on you and your physical body, and you couldn't go without alcohol. The family eventually came together with an intervention. They sent you to a non-medical detox center in Garden Grove, California, and after a couple of days of detox, you had delirium tremens and was admitted into the hospital for alcohol withdrawals. They insisted on me going to an AA meeting right away after returning home, and you did go to one. However, it left you feeling lost and depressed. I have not had a drink of alcohol since I was sent to detox on April 3rd, 2013. Let's welcome Amanda Washington.
Hi.
Hi, Amanda. Thank
Hi, thank you
you.
for having me.
You got it, sister. So I'm really curious. So, what do you think the military had to do with putting your alcohol into out of control status?
It's just that type of environment. All those young kids, they're, always trying to impress someone. It's not drink one to be socially, it's drink one to get drunk. So, it had a lot to do with it. There's bars everywhere. It's a military town. That's
Mm,
what people do. That's what they do. They go
okay.
off the base to go drinking. And so that's what we did. We lived off base. So my husband didn't have to check back in through the gate. We just, got it as plastered as we needed to. And it was in
Right.
South Carolina. They didn't even check our ID.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I was underage out there. When I first married him, I was 20. And I was going to bars and restaurants out there that we were regulars at that never even carded me.
interesting. So drinking is obviously a huge part of the military. It'd be hard to stay sober, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you put up with this guy for 15 years. You finally got rid of him.
Well, yeah, about 13. We've been going through the motions, but yeah, about 15 years. Yep.
Is that when you got sober, you realized, or did you try to make it work out after you got sober?
I tried for a little while to make it work out, but shortly then after realized, hey, this isn't working. He is an avid drinker. He has told me, like, I am not going to stop drinking. I'm not quitting smoking, and
Mm,
you are quitting, and this is what's happening. And I'm saying, no, that's not what's happening in my life.
got it.
I control my life.
Yeah. Good for you. It's amazing the power we get once we get off drugs and alcohol, the confidence and the power that we build within ourselves to do things that we normally wouldn't have the power to do.
You think that the alcohol or drugs is a confidence builder, and it's absolutely the opposite.
I heard that yesterday and I totally wholeheartedly believe that. Absolutely.
It's the opposite. It makes you into a shell, and I feel like I'm finally like broken out of my shell. I'm like, yay!
Yeah, you're wonderful on Instagram. I love watching you.
Oh,
You
thank
are a
you.
valet currently at the Children's Hospital.
Yeah, I'm
And
the lead supervisor here. I have a team of ballet boys. Love, love, love all of them. You see them coming in and out of the background. I got here extra early to do this. So, yeah, just love it. Love the children here.
Now, tell me about your son. How has that relationship gotten better since you gotten sober?
Uh, much better. Luckily, during most of this, he was a small child, so he doesn't remember a lot of it. I was actually a good mother during all of this. I was stayed at home. I actually went through college on a drunk, passed it, straight A's on a
Wow.
drunk. Yeah, took care of my son every day. It just got out of control, and since I've been sober, we're more interactive. We actually do stuff. I listen to him. He's just growing, and I watch him, and I just love it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh,
When you
can't
hit your
beat it.
bottom, were you fed up with, obviously physically you were done, but your relationship
Oh,
with
yeah.
your son is probably affected at that point because he was probably old enough at that point to want his mom.
He was, and all of his grades in school were being affected. He had to be put on a medication for a short period of time, in which I wasn't too happy about, but you know, uh, it needed to be done. It was definitely taking its toll on him.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear that you're sober. That's great. I see your son,
Thank you.
and you look like you have a great relationship and you do so many fun things. So you
Oh my
live
God,
an
we have so
active
much fun.
life.
Yes, I'm very active with my son. All of them are like, "Oh my God, what are you guys doing today?" Or, like Thursday, I get them again, and so we're going to decide what we're doing. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. I just can't wait for things to come.
Yeah, you have a very
It'll only get
positive
better.
attitude. And I noticed that every day you were doing this workout thing. How many days in a row?
I got to like about the 70 something, and then we started moving, and then I couldn't juggle the moving and the Instagram and just everything, my son and
Yeah,
all that good stuff. So, stopped with the exercising for a good, probably 4 weeks, I would imagine. But, then after that, got hopped right back on it, and I quit, or not quit, but skipped last night because I worked all night overnight running back and forth with cars.
yes,
But other than that, yeah, I'll be back on it tonight.
that's so great.
Yeah, so I
70
can't
days.
wait to yeah, I
That's
can't wait to finish. I think I'm on 78, 77 or 78 today. So
that's
super
great.
excited
And
to finish the 100 workout.
yeah, you were every single day, no matter if you were working till midnight, you'd be doing your workout. I mean, that is
I
really
do.
inspirational because
Thank
not
you.
many people can
Thank
do
you.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
I was curious to about your experience with AA because there's so many people who swear by it, and a lot of people have had a bad experience. What was your experience?
Well, they made me pretty much go the day that I was like returning home. So I think that kind of set me up for failure as far as that is concerned, because I was already like, down and out. I needed some time to, get to myself. But they sent me directly to this place to a bunch of people that I didn't know, and I'm saying, like, I don't know you people. Like, I don't feel comfortable with this. Like, and at that time, I wasn't open with speaking in front of people, and I just I felt like I don't want to hear your guys' sob story. I have my own sob story, and like
Yeah,
like it just to me the meetings bring up a lot of sob stories that I don't need to hear that. Like I have my own stuff, and I work through my own problems on a daily basis.
I, I
And that's
understand.
not to knock anyone who does work the program, or whatever they do, whatever you do that gets you through, you do you. Like
Yeah.
that's what I believe in. And that was another thing with my husband and getting sober. He didn't like the Instagram. He didn't like the interactions on there. He didn't like me voicing anything. So he didn't
Mm.
like the sober me.
He didn't like him losing
He didn't
control,
like the
maybe.
sober me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So social media, has that helped you with your recovery?
Oh, absolutely. There's girls that I get up and direct message every morning. You see my little tags on there to people, and I'm saying I get up an hour early so I can do all this. And my boyfriend's like, what do you do? I'm saying I do what I got to do to make it through this day, and then I get to work, and I pretty much post my whole life story on there. It helps. It
Yeah.
helps me. It was something I was told at home, like, "Hey, you can't do this," and I'm saying, "Yes, I can," and watch me, I'll overdo it.
I love it. I
So,
love it. That we should be able to
yeah,
live
we
the way
show
we want to
everything.
live.
Yeah, Ethan's like, "Mom, get off there. You can't do that," and I'm saying, "We live in America. We can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. I
Yes, we
love it.
can."
So maybe if you could give a few tips out to anybody who might be struggling, getting sober, anything
A
you want
few
to.
tips. My main thing would be stay busy. Stay busy. Busy bee. You have to stay busy. If you get in your head, you will go crazy. You can't get in your head. You have to stay busy. Try to get a job. Try to get to volunteer if you can. Get a social media page. It helps a lot of people on a lot of different avenues. I mean, like my son, it helped him get off the medication. He's no longer taking medication because he does an wrestling Instagram page. So it's therapeutical for a lot of people.
Right.
So
And
I would say stay busy. Talk to people. I mean, even if it's perfect strangers, I find that I get along more with perfect strangers than I do with my entire family or people that I work with. I mean, it's sad, but it's
I
true.
agree. I agree. It's so weird how close we feel to people because we watch their daily lives and we interact with them on social media. So I'm talking with you, but I feel like you're one of my friends that I already have known for a
I
while.
know. I can't wait to go visit my mom because I'm saying I want to go drive to see Daniela. Because I
Oh,
know you live
wow.
over there. Yeah. So
Awesome.
that might be a thought that we could,
Oh, for
hopefully
sure.
arrange.
I would love it. And
Yeah,
that's
I've
another
already
thing.
spoke. Yeah, I told my mom all about you.
Aw, that's so sweet. I can't even thank you enough for coming on, and we'd love to have you on again just to check in, see how things are going.
Oh yeah, well I'll definitely not be drinking. I'm one of those that sticks to my word on that. I'm a lifer, sober for life. Yeah,
That's
I definitely no drinking for me.
so. Where can people find you if they want some inspiration?
If they want some inspiration, they can follow me at Lady Slays Ballet on Instagram. I do not Facebook. That's only I focus solely on Instagram, and that's the only place you can find me. You can direct me up. You can, yeah, we can chat there. I chat with lots of girls on there, all over the world, Australia, UK, from Canada, from Florida, Texas, all over, everywhere, all different time zones.
That's really great. I'm so happy to talk with you, meet you, and for your sobriety. And you just keep on smiling. And thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Daniela. You have a wonderful day, and all of you guys stay sober. Take care.